Be more than human. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is J.R. Carroll. I am the author of the More Than Human novels, and today we are here to talk about my February TBR. And February is going to be a big month, not necessarily because of the amount of books I'm reading, but because the amount of new releases that I'll be reading. Now, in a given month, I might be, lucky to have one, maybe two, but I have three new releases this month that I want to get into. So let's start with the first book, which is not a new release. It is the second book in the Poppy War trilogy by R.F. Kuang, and it is Dragon Republic. Now, the first book, I have to say, like, it's a booktube darling. Everybody loves the book, it seems like. Now, I wasn't enthralled with the story. The story, to me, is about average. Nothing, that I couldn't see coming or anything completely kind of new. But her writing style is amazing. Her writing is what actually kept me engaged in the story. And normally I'm not a big like prose person or writing style person outside of like I prefer first person, but I really think her writing actually helped me push through the first book. And I said not that the first book was bad, but the story was just whatever. But her writing ability pushed it to the next level. So I am looking, and maybe Dragon Republic will be the one to really capture me with the story. Now to my first new release, and this is going to be an author I've never heard of before, and definitely never read. But it's because she is a monster in the romance genre, and she is now dipping her toe into fantasy, and that is Ali Hazelwood and Bride. I didn't know anything about her, anything about the book. All I did was see the cover, and I thought that's a pretty cool cover. And of course, it's paranormal romance, fantasy, and vampires. It seems like. But you know what? I'm trying to expand my horizons. My wife is really big into romance right now, so it just seemed kind of natural to get into this and see what it's all about, and see if this really popular author can use her romance skills to make a paranormal fantasy book exciting. We'll see. Now, on the same day, a trilogy will end, and that is The Empire of the Wolf with The Trials of Empire by Richard Swan. Now, Richard Swan, I've heaped tons of praise on him. I feel like he is the next Joe Abercrombie in that style. And that book comes out the same day as Bride. I will probably read Bride first because it's a shorter book, and I want to do a review on it. But also, like everybody on BookTube is going to be doing a review for Trials of Empire, seems like. And a lot of them last time had like early copies. So, I'll do that the day after, and we'll see how many people already have reviews out. But Richard Swan is amazing. I am glad just to read it, whether or not I get a get the review out or not early. And then we have another new one. Now this one comes towards the end of the month. I want to say like the 27th, and that is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen, and it is a Norse-inspired fantasy. I believe there's some romance in this one as well. I know she's known as a romance writer, but again, nice cover. Shield Maiden stuff is cool, right? So I'm gonna push into that. Again, not a terribly big book, which I will tell authors, like, if your book isn't so big, I'll get through it. Like if it's under 500 pages, I'm going to finish it. I will not DNF it no matter how bad it is, and I'll let you guys know if you should read it or not. But it's when these books get huge that I'm just like, I'll DNF it if it's 800 pages and I'm halfway through and it's not doing it for me. And then we have my second foray into Monster Hunter International with Monster Hunter Vendetta by Larry Correia. And the first book was awesome. I'm interested to see, because I feel like the first book was really over the top, like the plot, what happens, what they were trying to save everything from seemed like, too big for a first book. But he's made like 8 of these books, so I expect it to be good. A little bit shorter, love it. And I kind of follow him a little bit on social media, and he seems like a pretty funny guy. So I'm going to support him and check out book number 2. And then we have Fury of Calderon. I believe that's how you say it. The first book in the Codex Alera book series by Jim Butcher. Now, I've read everything that there is with Dresden. I am up to date with the Cinder Spires, and now I'm diving into his 3rd series. I know these are a little bit bigger books, and different style. I think he's the best. He's the best urban fantasy, and I personally think he's the best at steampunk after the second book in the Cinder Spire series. So we'll see what he can do in this little bit different genre. But let me know, what are you guys reading this month? Have you read any of these? Are you excited to get into any of them? And make sure you know that my giveaway is still going on. All you have to do is be a subscriber and comment. And I'm going to go randomly through my comments on this month. And I will announce a winner on the 1st of February. And you will be getting a free book. So check that out. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you want to support myself here on the channel, as well as my writing. But more importantly, be more than human.